Hey, howdy, friends. It's Steve DePoe here with the Rose Realty team with this week's real estate vlog for North Texas. Today, we're going to talk about North Texas safety or public safety, you may want to call it. With the spring coming on and various weather events, not to mention just a plain old fact that we're growing so much. People often ask about safety in North Texas. So here's some of that information for you. So we have a diverse landscape across the region, obviously, right? I mean, we have cities like Dallas and Fort Worth, and they're always, big cities like Dallas and Fort Worth. They always have their concerns about, because they're so densely populated, et cetera, that the safety aspects or safety concerns in these large cities are different, or the perceived safety is different than in some of the outlying, more suburban areas, right? And it's perceived that the crime rate inside of Dallas and Fort Worth is higher than that of, the Plano and Allen, as an example, or Denton. And this may or may not be true. We'll have to, if you're interested, we can go dig into more of the stats, if you will. But naturally around, the cities, you're going to get more issues because there's more people, more densely populated, and sometimes nerves are at an end. So it's not unlike other big cities, but I think our issues here are much smaller, when you come down to it, than some of the other cities like LA, Chicago, and in New York City, just for example. Emergency response and preparedness. So look, because of the fact that we have some weather events, probably like twice a year, we've got we just finished the wildfires out west coming east, and then we have twice a year, usually in the spring, and then in the fall we have like tornadic events. Local governments really did a great job in doing emergency preparedness and getting the cities or the towns inside of the counties all on board, so that they can help the citizens and they can have a strong response. Should there be any kind of natural disaster, et cetera. Law enforcement and community policing. So what we have here, in North Texas, is we have various law enforcement agencies, including city, county, and state. There really are Texas Rangers. That's really an organization here, not just the baseball team, who are world champions, by the way, but that's totally a different topic. Okay. Anyway, many of these agencies, kind of work together with inside the community, to build rapport with people, et cetera. They have events, and they have, both the county and city police departments are in our 4th of July parade every single year. And we're only a small community, but they come, along with the fire department and emergency response, but they come to build that rapport and to build that kind of community inside the community, you may want to call it. Transportation safety. So so here in North Texas, we're really highway driven, that no pun intended. We're really highway focused. Okay. The highways are big, and they're long, and they're expansive, and so there's a lot of efforts to improve highway safety. Okay, we're improving our infrastructure in terms of mass transit and that kind of jazz. But highway safety is really an important topic, because we're really highway focused is what we are here. You know what? My next vlog will be transportation and commuting. How's that sound? But anyway, highway safety is really important, and they're looking to improve it all the time. Now, we're not going to get salt. We're not going to get a lot of salting and snow plows and stuff during the winter because it just doesn't happen here. But improving highway safety and the technology behind it is improving all the time. And then finally, the public health and safety initiatives. So look, here in North Texas, they're really looking out for our own good, you may want to call it, and they're really focused on like disease prevention and environmental hazards and public health, public health and safety, like I said. So again, when COVID hit, there was a lot of confusion. Let's face it, there was a lot of confusion. The stuff coming out now, all the time about the CDC and how they dropped the ball and WHO and how they dropped the ball and all of that. But the county health commissioners, they did the best they could. I do remember doing an open house back at the beginning stages of COVID, and I was doing a virtual open house, and friends that I had back in New Jersey were saying, well, how come you're not locked down? We're locked down. We've been locked down here for 2 months. Well, they felt at the time, it wasn't as dire out, here in North Texas as it was in other places of the country. So they didn't lock us down as quickly. And then when they did lock us down, it was for a short period of time, and then they released the reins, but those commissioners got together and they decided, hey, what's the best thing for our public and for our citizens and all of that. Now you could say that, like North Dakota, did it differently. They said, we're not locking down anybody. And you can debate back and forth about which is the best approach. But, as much as I hate standing up for the government, they did think about it and noodle on it a bit and do what they thought was best for the citizens and the overall economic health of the area. So you got to understand these aspects of safety here in North Texas. Texas makes informed decisions about the lives of their people, what to do, and how to best monitor and work with community safety and law enforcement, you may want to call it. Hey, like I said, next week we're going to talk about transportation and commuting here in North Texas. It could be an interesting topic. We'll see what happens when I get to it. Hey, this is Steve. I am with the Rose Realty team. See ya.